Allow yourself to relax as we drift for tonight's gentle tale. Magnolia and Crocus, Dance of the Birds. This story is about Magnolia and Crocus sharing a magical night with the forest's birds, forging a bond filled with wonder and wisdom. In a quaint little town nestled between rolling hills and lush forests, there lived a young girl named Magnolia. Magnolia had a curious spot in her eyes and a heart full of dreams. One peaceful evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon painting the sky in shades of orange and pink, Magnolia wandered into the whispering woods near her home. There, among the towering trees and gentle rustlings of leaves, lived a playful spirit named Crocus. Crocus was known for his lively nature and his ability to communicate with all creatures of the forest, especially the birds. Upon hearing Magnolia's footsteps, Crocus appeared with a swirl of shimmering light and a melody in the air. "Magnolia," he greeted with a voice like a breeze through the leaves. "Would you like to join me for a dance with our feathered friends tonight?" Magnolia, her eyes wide with wonder, nodded eagerly. Together, they ventured deeper into the woods, where the air was filled with the sweet scent of pines and the sound of wings whispering secrets. As they reached a clearing bathed in moonlight, countless birds adorned in plumages of every shade imaginable gathered around them. Crocus raised his hands, and a gentle tune began to play from the very heart of the forest. The birds began to twirl and sway, their movements synchronizing with the rhythm of the song. Magnolia watched in awe, her soul dancing along with the melody, feeling the joy that connected every creature present. Crocus taught Magnolia how to listen to the forest's song, how each note was a story told by the wind and the wings of the birds. "These birds," he said, "carry messages from distant lands and weave tales of journeys far and wide." As the night grew deeper, the dancers and their feathered companions moved gracefully under the watchful gaze of the stars. The silver moonlight cast a magical glow, making the scene look like a painting of serenity and bliss. With each step, Magnolia felt her spirit lift, joined by the jubilant energy of Crocus and the festive dance of the birds. The forest whispered its ancient words of wisdom, and for a moment, time seemed to stand still. When the dance came to an end, and the birds began to settle down, Magnolia knew this night would forever remain etched in her heart. Crocus, sensing her gratitude and new understanding, simply smiled and said, "The forest and its creatures will always be here when you need them." Magnolia returned home, now carrying the song of the birds within her, a melody that would inspire and guide her in the days to come. As she lay in bed, she reflected on the magical evening, her dreams filled with winged creatures and the dance of life they shared. The bond she formed with Crocus and the birds lingered in her thoughts, reminding her of the beauty and wonder that lay just beyond her doorstep. Our next story is here to warm your heart. Vinka and Dand, a tale of devotion. This story is about Vinka and her kitten Dand, discovering a shared love of history and art. In a quaint little village nestled between rolling hills and blooming meadows, there lived a young woman named Vinka. Her life was simple yet filled with charm, as every day she worked diligently in her garden, nurturing vibrant herbs and captivating flowers. Vinka's heart was as pure as the daisies she tended to, and her eyes sparkled with the sunlight's warmth. Among the many joys of her life was a curious kitten she had found stranded in a rainstorm. A kitten with eyes wide as saucers and a fluffy tail that twitched with wonder quickly became her beloved companion, earning the name Dand. Each morning, Dand would trot beside her as she sang melodies to the growing plants, his soft purse complementing the rustle of leaves in the gentle breeze. Their devotion to each other grew like the ivy on the village, ancient stone walls, sturdy and unwavering. Vinka found solace in Dan's companionship, For in those soft paws and gentle purring, she discovered an unconditional love. One day, as they explored the verdant fields beyond the village, they stumbled upon an old, weathered barn. Its wood was worn but still sturdy, hidden amidst tall grasses. Dinka, ever the inquisitive soul, felt a magnetic pull towards the barn, and Dan followed close behind. Inside, the barn was an echo of history, with plant floors and lingering scents of hay and seasons past. In one cozy corner, they found an array of forgotten tools, rustic and tinged with stories of the hands that once wielded them. With each discovery, Binkei's passion for the past was ignited, her imagination painting the lives of people who lived before her time. Bing, noticing his human's excitement, let out an approving meow, winding between her legs affectionately. As days turned into weeks, their visits to the barn became a treasured routine. There, beneath the fragile roof through which sunlight softly danced, Binka began to paint. Her canvas, a testament to her devotion, captured the essence of the life she and Dan share. The blossoms, the sunlight, and their mutual spirit thrived in every stroke she made. Every evening, with stars twinkling above, Binka would sit by the window, Dan nestled by her side, as they gazed upon her finished works. These moments of tranquility were filled with whispers of dreams, yet to be realized. And in the silence, their hearts spoke volumes of the devotion that bound them together. One blustery autumn day, a cold draft swept through the village. Leaves rustled in a playful waltz, and the sky grew heavy with the promise of winter. A chill in the air reminded Binka of the fragility of time. She held Dan close, cherishing his warmth, their bond unwavering amidst the changing seasons. With the passage of time, Binka and Dan became a beloved tale in the village, a testament to the power of love and devotion. Their story inspired others, a gentle reminder that sometimes the simplest bonds forge the strongest connections. As shadows danced under the muzz's gaze, Binka and Dan's story lived on, eternally entwined. Here's another story to gently guide you to rest. Blossom and Iris, a journey through the seasons. This story is about Blossom's magical journey with the celestial guardian Iris, exploring the beauty and lessons of each season. Once upon a time, in a quaint village nestled between lush, rolling hills, the young girl named Blossom lived. She was a curious soul, always exploring the boundaries of her imagination and the lands around her. One certain morning, while dew still clung to the petals of blooming flowers, Blossom set out on a familiar path that twisted through the heart of the forest. Unbeknownst to her, this journey would be unlike any other, for it was the day she would meet Iris, a celestial being who watched over the seasons. Iris was a vision of ethereal beauty, her features ever-changing with the passing season. Her eyes captured the hue of autumn's warmth, the calm of winter's snow, the vibrancy of spring's rebirth, and the energy of summer's sun. As Blossom wandered deeper into the woods, the air shifted. Leaves whispered secrets only the wind knew, and a gentle glow appeared before her. It was Iris, stepping gracefully from the shadows. "Hello, Blossom," said Iris, her voice like a melodic breeze. Blossom, though startled, felt a warmth and welcome presence. "Who are you?" she asked, her eyes wide with wonder. "I am Iris, guardian of the seasons," the celestial being replied, a twinkle in her eyes. "You care to join me on a journey through time and see the world as I do?" With a nod of excitement and curiosity, Blossom agreed. Iris extended her hand, and as Blossom took it, the world around them transformed. They stood in a vast meadow where autumn leaves painted the landscape in hues of gold and crimson. Crisp air danced around them, and the horizon was a tapestry of rich, warm colors. "This is the autumn realm," Iris explained. It's a time of reflection and harvest, where nature prepares to rest and renew. Blossom watched as animals gathered food, readying for the coming chill. She marveled at the beauty and purpose in the cycle. With a gentle swirl of mist, the scene changed to winter. Snowflakes fell like delicate whispers, blanketing the world in silence. The winter realm was a wonderland of stillness and introspection. Here Iris shared is where the wolf pauses, where quietness allows for inner peace and deep sleep. Blossom felt the profound quiet of winter, understanding that even in the cold, life was nurturing its next chapter. Then, as though a painter brushed the sky, the landscape bloomed into spring. The spring realm was alive, vibrant, and pulsing with renewed energy. It is a season of beginnings, said Iris, where life awakens and dreams are set into motion. Blossom felt her heart surge with joy as she witnessed buds unfurl and birds sing new symphonies. Finally, they arrived in the summer realm, where the sun lavished its warmth upon the earth. Fields were alive with color, laughter echoed in the air, and the scent of verdant life filled their senses. Summer is the season of growth and vitality, Iris expressed, where the wolf dances in abundance and joy. Blossom absorbed every detail, grateful for the vivid tapestry of the seasons shared with her. As the sun began to set on the summer realm, Iris turned to Blossom and smiled. Soon you will journey back, but remember, the seasons are always with you, a reminder of life's endless rhythm and the beauty of change. With the wave of her hand, they returned to the familiar path from which Blossom began. Although she was back in her village, everything felt different. The world was alive, connected in ways she hadn't understood before. She carried the wisdom and wonder of Iris with her, a cherished memory etched into her heart. And so, Blossom slept peacefully that night, dreaming of the seasons and their gentle guide, Iris. Let's embrace the next chapter of our journey. Blossom and Dahlia's Night of Gratitude. This story is about Blossom's encounter with a friendly ghost named Dahlia, where she learns the power of gratitude to bridge realms and deepen relationships. Once upon a time, in the small town of Hidden Glen, there lived a young girl named Blossom. She was known for her kindness and curiosity, always exploring the world with wide-eyed wonder. One chilly autumn night, as the leaves rustled underfoot, Blossom found herself in the town's old cemetery, where stories of mysteries flowed. She had heard tales of a friendly ghost named Dahlia, who appeared only to those with pure hearts. As the moon cast a silver glow across the great stones, Blossom felt a gentle breeze that seemed to whisper her name. As suddenly, not far from where she stood, a soft, luminescent figure emerged from the shadows. Dahlia had arrived, her presence as warm as the flicker of candlelight against the dark. Blossom was captivated by Dahlia's serene appearance, her form shimmering with hues of lavender and silver. Dahlia's eyes, though fleeting, held a depth of warmth and understanding that comforted Blossom immediately. "You must be Dahlia," Blossom whispered into the night, her voice quivering but filled with excitement. Indeed, Dahlia's response was as soft as the breeze that danced through the autumn leaves. "And you, Blossom, have a heart that echoes with kindness." Blossom felt a warmth spread within her, a testament to the spirit's gentle spirit. As they walked through the cemetery, Blossom shared stories of her life, her dreams, and her gratitude for the joys and lessons she had experienced. Dahlia listened intently, her presence flooding the air with sparks of gentle light. "Thank you for sharing your world with me," Dahlia said softly, her voice a soothing accompaniment to the rustling leaves. "It is gratitude like yours that strengthens the bond between the worlds." Blossom nodded, understanding that her gratitude was a key unlocking doors to experiences beyond her imagining. I've never realized how my gratitude could connect us, Blossom said thoughtfully. Gratitude holds the power to bridge realms, Dahlia explained, her luminescence glowing brighter. It enriches life and gives depth to relationships. With each step through the cemetery, they exchanged thoughts on gratitude, on how it nurtured the soul and illuminated even the darkest corners of fear and doubt. As night embraced the earth, the stars above twinkled with unspoken promises. And it was time to part. Dahlia's luminous form flickered gently, wrapping Blossom in a transient embrace. Remember, Aya whispered, gratitude is the light that guides one through life's shadows. With these words, she vanished, leaving Blossom with a heart full of warmth and lessons transcending any earthly boundaries. As Blossom left the cemetery, the chill of the night air seemed less harsh, accompanied by a newfound appreciation for the world round her. Her steps echoed with the lessons from her spectral friend, turning a night of mystery into one of profound gratitude. Thank you for listening. Good night and sweet dreams.